Welcome to mission 13 of this Squadron Campaign. The target today is the Mainz Ordnance Depot. It's a medium priority target. It has moderate flag strength defense and low fighter strength defense, so hopefully a relatively easy mission today. The target location is really small. It has two large dark warehouse buildings. I've labelled A and B here, and then there are some light buildings in the middle. We're going to run over this target from the north, maybe slightly north-northeast. Let's see if we can wipe it off the map. The journey out of Ridgewell would be towards the east, maybe 110 degrees or so. We'll pass south of the Netherlands, crossing Belgium, and then crossing the front line at Cologne, where there is a nice gap in the Luftwaffe defences. We can sneak in and head south towards target. I've selected the Mainz Ordnance Depot as the primary target and the marshalling yards as a secondary, just in case we need it. Once we've completed the bomb run, we egress to the southwest, crossing back into friendly territory, heading towards Luxembourg, from where we can vector for home base. The Berlin Express will lead the squadron today. Not all of the B-17s are airworthy at the moment. The Guardian Angel here has a busted engine, so cannot be selected. So I've had to send the Memphis Belle out again for a second consecutive mission. She's got some minor damage, but she should be okay. Here's the mission summary. It's the 18th of March 1945, taking two 2,000-pound general purpose bombs in each plane. Last time I hit a target similar to this one, that seemed to do the job well. Let's see how this goes. Mission time is 07:37 hours. We are taxiing to the runway. We can take a moment here to appreciate the nose art on the Berlin Express. This is the Queenie nose art mod. The rest of the planes are falling in behind. We're cleared for takeoff, so let's roll. We rejoin the bombers at 10:07 hours. We're up at 25,500 feet and we've gone behind enemy lines unopposed. We've just reached our decision point.
Take up a heading of 156. Repeat, 156. Okay.
Turning southwards towards target. There is a fair amount of cloud around. Let's check the weather report.
Weather at primary target is believed to be stormy, 1,000 feet, 9,000 feet.
That could be a problem. Let's drop the initial point down as low as it'll go, which is 10,000 feet, and we'll stick with the primary target. See how this goes. Looking ahead, yes, there is a lot of cloud around. We're going to drop down towards 10,000 feet, so hopefully get below this top layer of cloud. Things might clear up a bit, but this is definitely a risky bomb drop. Talking of which, here are the two 2,000-pound bombs sitting patiently in the bomb bay. We're making steady progress towards the initial point. We're still up at just under 21,000 feet though. I don't think there's enough distance between where we are and the initial point to shed 10,000 feet. I'm going to move the initial point forward a bit, closer to target. That's going to give me less time to acquire the target, but more time to drop altitude.
Pilot from navigator, we are at the waypoint.
We've made it to the initial point. No sign of any Luftwaffe fighters at the moment.
Bombardier, roger. I have the plane.
But the flak, as we can hear, is now coming up.
On board. All over.
We've only managed to descend to 15,700 feet, and as we can see ahead of us here, there is some pretty thick cloud over target. Not sure what's going to happen here. Let's see if I can set the drift. There is just enough visibility through the cloud here to get a fix on the landscape below us. Looks like we have about positive 5 degrees of drift. The Bombardier has a negative 3.8 offset. I will just reduce that a bit more, showing negative 4.2 now. We'll go with that for the time being. Well, the Bombardier has absolutely no clue where the target is. It's not locked onto anything as far as I can see. It's just allowing the bomb sight to drift over the landscape. Going to have to try and acquire the target myself. But to be honest, I've got no idea where it is either. Well, let's see if we can move the bomb sight around and search for it. Don't have much time to do this. If we're going to make this work, I need to find the target pretty quickly. At the moment, can't see anything through this cloud. Managed to spot what looks like buildings. I have no idea if this is the target we're going for. It could be something completely different, but I'm going to lock onto this target and just cross my fingers. Whatever it is, we're locked onto it, and the bombs are about to go. 3, 2, 1. Honestly have no idea what we're about to hit, if anything. Here is the intended target, and boom! Look at that, we were spot on. I was really worried about that bomb drop. I think a few more seconds of not acquiring the target and the bomb drop would have been ruined. But as it stands, the 2,000-pound bombs went in exactly on target and the whole place has been wrecked. We're heading south away from target. We can just about see the target location on fire there through the clouds. Flak has stopped, but we did take some damage earlier going through the flak en route to target. Quite a few holes here in the wings and the fuselage on the Berlin Express. Let's check the fuel tanks. And they're okay, no leaks. Let's check up on the Memphis Belle because she was carrying damage going into this mission. Got a few holes there on the wings and the fuselage. Manifold pressures on the engines look okay. Fuel tanks are fine. Nothing to worry about here. It's 10:30 hours. We're making good progress. Egress into the southwest here towards our final waypoint in enemy territory. There are 3 Luftwaffe bases nearby. I'm surprised we've not been intercepted. Maybe our bombing raids are having an impact on their readiness. Once we reach Luxembourg here, we can RTB.
Pilot from navigator. We're at the waypoint.
Luxembourg is underneath us now. We can turn towards home base.
Pilot from navigator. Your new heading is 294. Repeat, 294. Roger.
It's 12:30 hours. We've made it back to Ridgewell. Just about to dip through the clouds at 9,700 feet. And bring the planes in to land.
Orbit and wait for landing clearance.
Once we get below 8,000 feet, we need to jump into the pilot seat, flick the carburetor air cleaner switch on, and bring the intercoolers down to cool the engines. On final approach now in the Berlin Express. There's another bomber halfway down the runway, so I need to make sure I touch down as close as possible to the start of the runway here. Made it down safely. Mission is complete. Let's head to the debriefing room. 18th of March 1945, we attacked the primary target, Mainz Ordnance Depot. It was a 994-mile bombing run, and we totally destroyed the target. No enemy fighters shot down, and no bombers lost. Some crew members were injured by the flak, but mostly flesh wounds or light wounds, so those guys will be able to fly again after maybe 5 or 6 days. Interesting bomb damage assessment. It looks like our bombs went into one corner of the target location, but the sheer power of those 2,000-pound bombs was sufficient to wipe out all of the assets. Here's the recon before and after. You can see the 2 dark roofed warehouses A and B marked on the before, and on the after they are just charred remains, as are the buildings in between them as well. So a really good bomb drop considering the cloudy conditions we had to deal with. That's mission 13 complete. Many thanks for watching, and see you next time.